But this looks great, and I had just mentioned when we were talking about our December hauls how I picked up the DX9 breakdown.
And do you like this, Bobby?
This is a bunch of stuff going on. I thought they did some cool stuff with it. I could definitely see you in this, James.
Oh, right. Wear it right now.
Honestly, the head, it looks like it's a kind of dopey head look to me, but stop rubbing it in.
Yeah, it's so expensive. I can't even understand why anybody would pick it up. I just can't do it. Go ahead and explain if you like this figure or not.
I hate it.
Welcome back, Transformers fans. As always, I'm James the Con.
And I'm Bobby the Bot.
And we're back with another round of news. But before we get into that, a huge shout out to The Chosen Prime. They went ahead and gave out one of the best exclusives, in my opinion, that have ever came out. But that's because I'm very biased for multiple reasons. I hope you guys got one. If you didn't, go check out their site. They have a lot of other cool stuff. And this channel and this video is sponsored by our members. So thank you very much for joining. You can see their names on screen. If you guys want to become a member, go ahead and join. We really appreciate it. We make it worth your while. At least we try to, and let us know if there's anything you want to see. All right. Well, with that being said, let's jump right on into it. And Bobby, the first thing we have is TFCon news. Can you believe it's only like 5-6 weeks away? That blows my mind. But we got TFCon LA. There's some more comic books artists. There's Josh Perez and Livio Ramondelli. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And it seems like it's a really G1 cartoon and comic oriented, convention this year.
Well, that Megatron at the top looks like it's Megatron crossed with M. Bison from Street Fighter. So that's pretty interesting there. I never saw that before. But fun fact about comics, I actually went to the comic book store this weekend and I actually bought, and we'll talk about this on the haul, but I actually bought some comics. So
wow.
Yeah.
Look at you being a comic book collector now.
Dabbler. No, I can't even call it a dabbler. I can't even call it a dabbler.
No, that's a dabbler. What you do with Legends is collecting.
No, I think I have. Okay, well, yeah, I have more Legends figures than I do comics, right? As of now. So yes, you're right.
Okay. Well, I'm really happy to everybody that's into the comics. And comics are something that's great to get signed. It's easy, simple. You can get it signed. So I think this is really cool. And yeah, so why don't we move on to some leaks? So some of these are straight up leaks. Other one of these are Hasbro leaking their own figures. So is it really a leak? But let's start off with this. Do you know who this is, Bobby?
Why have I seen that before? Was that in like the last night? Or
it was in the last night, but this is they're not making this figure. So the collab code names for 2024 have been leaked via, I think it's Target System. We've got Knight, Renaissance, and Tails. Now, I don't know who Knight and Renaissance is, but I hope Tails is the biplane that Sonic and Tails ride in.
That's what I was thinking.
I'd buy that.
Sonic the Hedgehog. As soon as you said Tails, I was like, that will be very interesting. It will be a kiddie toy, I think.
Who knows what it is? They could just be giving it random names to keep us guessing, but I would buy that. Sonic, I've been playing Sonic since I was 2 or 3. I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
Sonic, you know what? I know this is a tangent. Sonic used to piss me off because I would have like all these rings, and then all of a sudden some random thing would hit me, and there goes all my rings. And I was, you know what? Power. Turn this game off. I hate you.
Yes. It's not my favorite platformer, but I have fond memories of playing it. Yes. Knight, I wonder if that is... I just forgot the name. Kit? Isn't that Knight Rider?
Ooh.
That's what I was thinking.
Ooh.
and it makes sense. 80s nostalgia. Renaissance, it better be like a castle tower or something that transforms.
Oh, now, I'm going to say this, because I know we've been talking about X-Transbots doing a Knight Rider with their Runabout, I believe it is. Runamuck, one of their new figures coming out. If Hasbro jumped in there and did it, I think that would be like an instant buy for me. I don't know what figure.
I think you'd buy both of them.
Oh, I mean, I'm definitely getting the X-Transbots one, but I mean, I would definitely get a Hasbro Knight Rider. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be. So we'll see. And if you guys have any ideas on what any of these three could be, let us know in the comments. Because I'm stumped on that Renaissance one. I have no clue. And the other two, I am just pulling things out of my behind. I have no idea what it could be. Who knows? Knight could be like, I don't know. What is another knightly thing? King Arthur. Could be King Arthur.
I'll be mad if it's just like a regular knight. Like really.
It's a collab, so it would have to be something. But time will tell.
Yeah.
It'll be a repaint of that Year of the Dragon thing for the U.S. market.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to what Hasbro leaked, but they obviously knew it was in there, and that's Armada Galvatron. This was leaked before in the previous leaks, and now we actually get some images of it, and it looks exactly like what we want. And these were leaked on the Titan class box, which we will talk about a little bit later. So we're not talking about that figure. We're just talking about this. And I still think I'm in on this just because of the nostalgia I have for this figure, even though it pains me to pay $60 for it.
I think I'm still out on it. I don't think I'll pick it up. Again, I have the Fans Hobby version. I just don't see if I can get it for $30 or something like that. Maybe I will. But I thought I was gonna crack and pick up the Armada Megatron, and I haven't, and I've seen it several times. So I think this will be easy for me to keep going past as well.
Yeah, it's just Armada Galvatron was one of my favorite toys as a kid. So I have that connection with it, and we don't get many of them. So that's why I was like, maybe I'll pick it up. But we'll see. I don't think it's something I'm going to pre-order. It's something that if I see it, I'll have a moment of weakness. So time will tell.
Yeah, I actually watched. Well, we'll get into it. Go ahead and continue.
Okay, it doesn't come with a mini con though, so maybe I won't pick it up. All right, this next one's all for you. We've got the Generation Selects Trailbreaker, the first look. They have painted windows, but honestly, it doesn't look like much of a difference, except it's a gray color, which looks wrong. I think when I think of Trailbreaker, I think of black. You should, be black paint, and this does not look good. Maybe you could enlighten us. Does he look like this in the cartoon? Is he a gray color?
He looks black to me. He's always looked black to me. He looks ashy. He looks like he needs some lotion on him. He looks ashy.
He does need lotion.
Hey.
Everyone, even the gray looks ashy.
It does.
Everything, not just the black.
Yeah.
Even the red even looks dull. Yeah.
He looks like he's been kicking it out in the desert too long. So I guess he's just been at headquarters this whole time and just came outside, and it's I was never really a fan of Trailbreaker. Even as a kid, never really was a fan. This isn't exciting me.
No.
I like the original one better.
I think you're going to be excited for the rest of the pack.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be I have to buy it to get the rest for you. I'm completely out on the whole pack, unless they do something weird and have Beast Wars Prowl or something like that in it. But
and I'll be out.
And they're not going to do that.
No, honestly,
but this is
this isn't
the original release looks amazing compared.
It does,
especially side by side. And I don't like painted windows. I understand from a tune accurate point of view why you'd like that, but I like clear windows. So that one wins on multiple accounts. But I still am not going to pick this up, just like I didn't pick up the original.
Yeah, I like the painted windows, especially when there's like a lot of stuff going on inside. I'd rather it be, tuned out. But I just don't like the way. Again, I just want to throw some lotion on them and rub a dub dub. But I so far this isn't exciting me about this 5-pack.
Yes, besides Hound. The Hound does look nice. All right. Well, let's move on to what's just announced. And I think you're going to be excited about this one because you are the G1 guy, and that's Gears. They showed off Legacy United Gears. I cannot remember the surnames anymore. And I'm going to go first because I think you'll have a little bit more to say. I think his arms and legs look like they're made out of Legos. I don't know why. That's the first thing I thought of when I looked at this. The head sculpt's really nice. The chest sculpt, again, is really nice. But he's literally like, I don't know a brand, a Play School Mobile alt mode with those little wheels. That I don't even know what they were thinking with those wheels. This looks horrendous in alt mode, at least from the wheels down. The rest of it looks fine, but again, it looks like a kid's toy. And it's going to be like 3 inches tall. So again, this is how they get you to buy tiny deluxes. They're conditioning you, Bobby, and the rest of the people that could buy it. Now, go ahead and explain if you like this figure or not.
I hate it. I hate it.
I was trying not to be too mean, but I think this looks really bad. The gun looks nice. I like the gun. I like how it has a clip. I think that's a neat little figure. It's like a Uzi.
You literally talked about everything that I like about the figure. The head looks amazing. The head, that evil scowl he has, that looks great. That's Gears all day. The chest looks good. This looks like a knockoff, and I know that in terms of saying the same thing, a knockoff bootleg, terrible rundown version of the Bad Cube version of Gears. The legs look really small. The chest looks really big. The arms and legs look really skinny and small. And that alt mode, I don't know what that is. And looking,
the wheels are what stuck out to me. They're so
look at the passenger, and this is Hasbro's photos. Look at the passenger front wheel.
I know it's just folded in. I didn't comment on that because I understand it's not going to be like that. But
what that makes me think is that the wheel, I'm hoping they clip in, or something to hold them, because otherwise, if you pick it up, are the wheels going to be constantly folding in? Do you have to hold it up to the side and then place it down? And then if you roll it or something like that, are the wheels going to cave in? I mean, this looks bad. This looks really, really bad. I'm glad it's the United, but what that makes me think is they're going to repackage it and make it a Studio Series 86 version.
That's all they're going to do. They'll repaint it a little bit. And one thing that I don't have pictures of, the chest actually flips up, and he has little I guess Megatron wanted something out of his chest or something. Yeah. So it doesn't have the card, but he does have it to where the chest flips up, but it's not painted at all. So it's just solid red. So maybe the 86 version will be priced at a Voyager price point, and they'll paint the inside of the chest.
This is bad comedy. This is not good.
I saw that and I was like, ooh.
Now, I like the grill, the front grill of the alt mode. Like the hood, the front, the lights, all that looks great. I love the paint of the yellow. I love the insignia. I love the windows. That's it. On the bot mode, I love the head. I love the chest. That's it. and I'm so not happy about this Gears.
Yeah. I know that there was supposed to be a Gears that was supposed to come out in Kingdom, and it was canceled. And I think it's the same Gears, and I think they did cost-cutting measures because they don't, make figures like they used to. And I think this is the result. I don't know. I think the arms and legs look really weird. But maybe my eyes look weird too. So
it looks very posable, and which is great. It just looks cheap.
Yeah, and I like that it has double jointed arms. Not a lot of figures have that nowadays from Hasbro. I'm sure it's only due to transformation, and if he didn't have those, he wouldn't be able to transform. But I am glad to see that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought you were going to be excited about this, but let's move on.
I was when I heard about
bust. So this is an Optimus Prime mechanic bust. So it looks pretty nice. I don't understand why his head opens up when the Matrix chamber opens up, and it's his whole body. Anyways, I think it looks nice for what it is, and I think you need to pick it up to go with your Optimus Prime shelf.
Honestly, I love the paint on this.
Yes.
The paint colors look amazing. I love the inside of his chest. I'm trying to figure out why the Matrix is purple instead of.
I was just
blue.
Thinking that.
That throws me a little bit, unless it's the angle or something like that, and it really is blue. And at this angle, the way the light hit it, it looked purple, but it's really blue. I don't know. I'm not sure why the head opens up either. I'm not a bust person, but if I was, I would probably pick this up, and I just would keep his head closed and the chest open.
Yeah, I think it looks nice enough for a bust.
Yeah, $30. I probably did it.
I didn't look at the price, but I think it's a lot more than that. The next thing is Rescue Bots Academy. They have a new product. It's a remote control Optimus Prime. You are into the super deformed figures. You might as well pick this up because this is definitely super deformed.
Yep, no. I like it has black tires.
It doesn't have any what's it called? Any mushroom pegs going through the tires?
Yeah. I see there's an Autobot sign up there. That's kind of cool.
Yes. All right. So I think a kid would love this if you gave it to him.
You know what?
But it's definitely not for us.
We actually looked at a remote control car today, and I almost got it for her, but it was too expensive. But
I think this would be fun for a kid. But anyways,
we'll see.
If you have a kid, go ahead and pick this up. But let's keep it moving on to some upgrade sets. So Fun Bee Studios is doing some wings for the animated Prime, I'm assuming. So this is the third set of wings I think we've looked at. They all look the same to me, but let me know if these look any better. Anything you want to say about these?
I now know the episode that these wings came from, since I just finished animated. So they look good. This would not make me buy a 3D printer.
Next, we've got some other. These are by Tim Hayda. We got the Legacy animated Prime. That comes with an axe and a water gun, as they eloquently put it. So they're the original toys, weapons. What do you think about these, Bobby?
I was gonna say, I don't remember him having a water gun in the show, so I think he does great work. We've talked about some of his work before. This, I guess you said it came with the original toy. I didn't know about the original toy, so if this is what it looked like, good job. I wouldn't pick this up because I don't have the figure, and I'm not picking up the figure.
Yeah, so if I had this figure, I'm not going to pick it up. But if I did, I would want these because this is what my animated Prime had when I was a kid on the show. Well, kid is stretching the term, but when I was a kid on the shelf. So I always liked this big axe. I thought it was cool. And the gun, you could take it or leave it, but it was cool because I used to put it on the axe and flip it around so have it like a flame effect. But why they changed it so much for the TV show, they probably had to do that because the toys were probably engineered at the same time. But it looks good. Okay, let's move on to something that I don't quite understand. We've got Tau Collections ab parts for Movie Prime. There's what the parts look like. There's what the two bots are. I could see that he's a little bit more thick in the torso area, but other than that, I don't know what these do. I flip through all the pictures. I try to translate it. I don't understand. So if you guys want parts, go ahead and pick them up.
I noticed that the stacks on the back, so the one on the left is the original, the one on the right is with the upgrade. The stacks on the right are a little bit higher.
Okay, I see that. Yeah.
The chest is a little wider, as you mentioned. The doors protrude a little bit more on the right. It's a chest filler in the middle, which I don't see that around the waist. Actually, I'm sorry, a waist filler is another part. And that's all I remember. I did see the translation on this, and I was looking like back and forth. I can't tell the waist part. I can tell the chest, and I can see the doors open up a little bit, and I can see the smokestacks lifted a little bit. But that's it. This set definitely does not do enough, at least looking at these two pictures, to warrant me buying it. I think the chest does look better.
See, I'm the opposite. I think without the upgrade parts, it looks better. I like the skinnier waist because he looks more like it's more superhero proportions than the upgraded set. But I don't know which one's more accurate. I just like the original one, and I like the silhouette better.
Yeah, not my prime, not my cup of energon, as we started saying, but I think the other one makes him look more proportioned. I think the first one, he has a very small chest and he looks short. You know, like the torso looks very short as well, and these long legs. I think the upgrade kit makes it look like a little bit more bulkier to fit the legs, but
I see what you're saying.
Wouldn't pick it up either way.
All right, from one Optimus to Megatron, we've got a this is from I guess TFL.
That works.
All of these descriptions were in Chinese, so it was very hard to find the actual name of the company. But this is kind of cool, though. He comes with a mace that is a chain, but you could also put the ball just on top of the handle, so we could have a normal mace too. And I think that's a really cool effect.
I agree with you. This is really cool. I love when they make the weapons, playable. I love how he's holding it. That looks really, really cool. He looks like he's about to do some damage. The mace looks really, really good. I love the colors on it. So good job.
Yep. And I think this also comes with a new cannon, which looks amazing compared to the one that the figure came with. And it comes with a back piece as well. Even though I don't understand why the center of the cannon is not painted. That kind of throws everything off.
It does. It's like it's not finished.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they're highlighting just that piece.
Maybe. Who knows? But I do think that this looks better than the stock cannon that he came with.
Maybe. And I don't remember what the stock cannon looks like, but if it broke apart and you put this middle piece on, then it makes the cannon look bigger. I don't know if this is.
Oh, maybe it did that. I honestly don't know.
I don't remember. I like the back piece as well. The addition of that. That's what I remember Megatron having, of course. Turning into a gun and all. But I guess it can also go for him turning into a tank.
Yeah. Okay, next we got this guy, which I know is going to make you very, very excited. We've got DX9's G2 Kukinski, or G2 Dead End. So it should be releasing at the second half of 2024. And if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the figures that they still need to make to finish the set. Am I correct?
It is this and Motormaster, but this version is their Legend scale.
Oh, this is Legends?
Yes. So this is the Legends
fooled
one,
me.
if I'm not mistaken. And then later that year, they're coming out with a bigger version.
Are you sure?
Those
hands don't look like Legends hands.
Well, that's what I read, and when I saw this, I read that this is the mini version, and they're coming out now. I could be wrong. You're right, it doesn't, but I don't have any of these in Legends.
There's a hinge on the hands to open them up.
There is, but again, when I saw it, that's what they said. So I mean, I'm all for this look, because it does look a little bit more complicated than a Legends figure. And you're right about the hands and everything. So I was like, this is great, but that's what, unless they said they showed the pictures, but we're talking about the Legends version is going to be available sooner, and then this one's going to be available later. But that's what I got from it when I read through it. But this looks great, and I had just mentioned when we were talking about our December hauls how I picked up the DX9 breakdown. Now I'm forgetting names again.
You're correct.
But I purchased that because I was like, let me grab it before DX9 announces they're coming out with it and the prices go up again. And I think I was right. So
yeah, I think you were too, and I think this looks good.
It looks amazing.
It's no fault to DX9, but I hate the flat chest on all the dead ends. Yeah. It's just too. A little bit of something clipping over would be amazing. And here's the alt mode. I am a little annoyed that all of these G2 Stunticons leave out the fun stuff. There wasn't the blood on Breakdown, which is like the defining feature to me of that mold. And this one is missing. Here, I have Hasbro's version. Like the fireball or whatever that is on the side. It's a much more reasonable, alt mode, but it's those little things that make the character special.
I didn't pick up the G2 when I was a kid, so
it never came out, Bobby.
Then maybe that's why I never picked it up. But I'm saying G2 figures and characters. I'm saying.
Oh, okay. G2 Menasor was never released.
Yeah. I picked up the G2 Ramjet as a kid and the G2 Grimlock, and that was it. So anything that we get G2 now, I'm like, oh, okay, this is new or this is different. I don't have a sense of what it was supposed to look like or what it should look like or anything like that, because I only picked up 2. And anything else I didn't really pay attention to or what. So those details that you're talking about it missing, it's not as detrimental to me because I don't have anything to compare it to. It's different from what the original looked like. That's all I can go by.
Yeah. Another thing that kind of annoys me with these is there ain't no way you're going to be able to get a big red G2 Decepticon symbol on that hood. So, but it looks nice. Other than that,
I don't know.
And they also painted over the sunroof, which looks strange. But they didn't paint over the whole thing, and there's little sides.
I see that now.
That's weird looking. Yeah, so don't have me look at your toys too closely, because I'll find things that you don't like.
No, robots are sitting here like this. Don't look at me, James.
Exactly. But it looks fine. I really like the red they used.
Yeah, I like the bot mode. The bot mode looks great. I love the blue in there. So, and the Stunticons, I love the alt modes as well. Those are some of my favorite vehicles. Porsche, Ferrari, and Lamborghini. Those are my favorite cars.
Yep.
At the time.
Well, let's keep it moving. And I know you want this. MMC has a Year of the Dragon DZEF limited to 899 pieces. So I know you just got a whole bunch of the Gasauruses, but you're going to be picking this up to go with them?
I don't know. And actually, I only have...
I don't know. Wow, that's a lot more positive than I was expecting.
Well, actually, I was kind of thinking of what you said. I have like 2 Deathsauruses left that I'm still selling. So I sold a couple. I didn't like this I don't like the wings on this version. I just don't like the way they look at all.
Well, what
I'm
if I told you he comes with G1 wings as well?
huh. Huh. That might make a I got to see the price on it because I do have the X Transbots version pre-ordered, I believe. I'm not sure if I pulled the trigger on it. It would be cool to have, two different versions of Death Source on the shelf. I have to see the size. This one does look good right here, though.
Yeah, and this is available on the Chosen Prime, so you can go ahead and pre-order it there, Bobby. I don't like the proportions. I don't like how big the arms and how long they are compared to the rest of the body.
Now I want to stand up and see how close my fists come to my kneecaps.
They should not be that. I mean, look how big his fists are compared to everything else. It's comic styling. I get it. But, yeah, no. I do like Planet X's version, and I never picked that up, and I wish I did. But this one is a miss for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like those spread out. It looked like the chicken got plucked.
See, I don't mind those wings because they remind me of old school anime, like Gundam and stuff like that. And I could be completely remembering incorrectly, but that's what they remind me of.
Yeah, the regular wings remind me more of Gundam than anything, but I get it.
These do look like that one red Gundam, at least to me.
The
spikes. I don't know their names.
I don't get me started lying. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in or not. I was totally out initially, but who knows? I do like limited figures, even though I hate the word limited.
Well, we'll see if it. Well, it's already everywhere, so I don't think that it's limited like a certain group of seekers. Next, we have another upgrade set from 115 Utopia for Core Class Energon Megatron. So it comes with like a neck filler, a head filler, some things to make the guns go down, and then a replacement tank.
You picking it up?
No. This is probably one of the worst figures I've picked. I did pick this figure up. Let me know if you guys want to review. But this is one of the worst figures I've picked up in years. And it soured me on all of Hasbro, to be quite honest with you.
Well, I remember you picking this up and what you told me about it, and I haven't seen it in store yet. Good. Ironically, so I mean, you definitely said stay away from it. So that also means that I would probably stay away from this kit as well. I just don't see buying a kit for a core class figure.
I think this does fix some of my problems with it. But the major thing is the knee pads are connected to not the knee, but the thigh. So when you bend his knee, they stay straight up even though the knee is bent. And I cannot get over that.
Yeah, I can't imagine this kit. If the figure is, $10-12, the kit's gonna be
$10-12
I just can't see spending $25, $22-25 on a core class figure.
Yes, exactly. So it is what it is, but let's move on to a KO. And do you like this, Bobby?
This is a bunch of stuff going on.
So there's a large Studio Series Fallen oversized version. I actually like this because of how crazy it is. I think this would be really cool in like Insecticon colors. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. But here's the bot mode, which you might remember from Revenge of the Fallen. And I think this thing looks great. It has articulated toes, fingers, and ankles, which I guess the other one didn't. And it's 15.6 inches tall. This is like as tall as the Metroplex you have, which is insane. If they put this in the blue color for Cryotech, I will be picking it up because I have the Cryo Fallen. But if I was a movie collector, again, it's not my cup of Energon, but I definitely would be picking this up.
Yeah, this is such an easy pass for me.
I like it as an alien, not a transformer, if that makes sense.
No,
like an alien monster thing. I love it. As a transformer, I'm like, okay, it's a mutated experiment of the Vok, you know.
It's like a symbiote or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, don't be besmirching Venom like that.
I didn't say Venom. I mean, it you know, more than one symbiote, but yeah.
Okay, don't be besmirching Carnage or Toxin or any of the other ones.
There's a few of them. So, but it looks like that last picture looked like, you know, yeah, it looks like
it's a jet, Bobby. There's a cockpit right there. I see it. See the little copper thing in the front? There you go. And the wings kind of come out. It's an alien jet.
Wow.
It looks like something out of Independence Day, if I'm going to be honest.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can move on.
We'll go pre-order it if you want to. I think it looks great. The last thing is kind of unique, and this is GY Toys Prime. They called it like a variably different Prime. So it's, I think that's, I'm assuming, that's millimeters? Yeah, so he's tiny. He's only six millimeters tall, or 6 centimeters tall. And they like updated G1 Prime. So like here he is next to other small primes, and you could tell he's a little bit more updated, I guess.
That first one is terrible.
Yes, but when you think it's only 6 centimeters tall, I get it.
Terrible is as terrible does. So
yeah.
No, this one actually doesn't look bad. I love the trailer on it. The trailer looks amazing.
Yes.
The trailer looks absolutely amazing. The cab looks great as well. I mean, they did a good job. It definitely looks like it favors a scaled down version of the original.
Yeah, I think it looks good too. So, but it's not something I would want. You need to pick it up though, so you can have it for your Prime shelf.
I don't think so.
All right, well, let's get into some updates. First thing, we've got Tidal Wave. Pre-orders are up for this big fella, and I do want to give a shout out to this artist because I love this box art. This looks amazing, and I love that it's still in the color scheme of the other boxes with the yellow and the purple. It looks perfect. That being said, Bobby, what do you think of Tidal Wave?
I thought they did some cool stuff with it. I actually watched the Hasbro clip that they did, and I wondered, and this is what I was going to talk about earlier when we talked about the Galvatron. You actually clip off parts of them so it actually connects to them. I thought that was really cool that they did that because they were able to make it this big and still have him connect with Galvatron at the size he is. Kudos to Hasbro for that. I think it looks good. The base mode, this view of the base mode looks great. When they showed it from the bird's eye view, I was just like, ill. But this view looks great. I did not put a pre-order in.
Yeah, so it is $200.
Yeah.
MSRP. I don't think I'm going to be picking this up, to be honest with you. I can't justify that price point. There's not enough there. I mean, he doesn't even have double jointed elbows or knees, which you could say you don't need it when you're this big, but I think he should have that.
He's not flexible.
Yeah, well, and maybe kneeling down holding something, you know what I mean? The hands also look very limited, which I think all of Hasbro's Titans have limited hands, if I'm not mistaken. And it's not the color scheme I want. So I think I'll just
Tsunami. It's Tsunami, right? Isn't that what you're gonna call it?
I'd rather get the purple Fans Hobby. Just to be honest, they're probably gonna be the same price. So I'd rather just get the purple Fans Hobbies version because this just doesn't do it for me.
So I was thinking about that as well. Actually, I was talking to somebody about this, and they asked me, you know, what did I think the price of the Fans Hobby is going to be? And I was just like, you know, maybe 250, 300-ish. And the reason I went that high is because their Shattered Glass Armada Prime is coming out at like 220, 230, 240, somewhere around there. So 250. Okay. So I think that this would probably either be on that same price or maybe a little bit more.
See, I think that one's only so expensive because it's an exclusive. Because their normal Armada Prime was cheaper.
It was like 220 though. Still, it was still.
I think it was 200.
I thought it was 220, but you know,
I could be
$20
wrong. Either way,
$20 up or down.
Yeah.
I think that this one's probably going to be a little bit more expensive. So at that, if it's 250, even at 300, I think I would enjoy the Fans Hobby version better than I would on this one. I'm still waiting. The jury's still out on that. I mean, I know we've seen, you know, prototype photos and things like that. And maybe when it's in hand or we start seeing more images, we can make a better determination on that. But I'm not really motivated to pick this up. If I see it, great. If it's on sale, great. But at 200 right off the bat, I don't think I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I feel the same way, and it sucks because I really want a Tidal Wave, but
you did.
You know, speaking of the small little guys, here's like a comparison of the two. So, and he doesn't come with the Minicon. That's another thing. He doesn't come. Why on a $200 figure wouldn't you just include a small little target master that could flip up? You already have jets. Repaint one of those as Ramjet. Don't comment on the name. I know you hate it. Repaint one of those as Ramjet, and it could be a Minicon. Like, I don't understand Hasbro. You go through all this work to combine them with Armada Megatron, which I don't even know if people like that combination. Please let me know below, because I personally don't. I never combined them when I was a kid. I think it looks kind of stupid. Like, what is he supposed to do with that big thing in the front of his chest? But you do that, but you don't give him his Minicon. I don't understand it. And the Minicons are such a big part of Armada. Rant over.
They were a huge part of Armada.
They were the main thing that they were going after.
Yes, everybody's trying to find the Minicons and unlocking the Minicons and unlocking their power. So now, with that being said, if Hasbro was to turn around and release Minicon sets, that would be amazing for them if they did like little 2-packs or something like that, because then you would almost feel obligated to have to go back and buy the big figure to go with the 2-pack.
That would also be very I think
they'd
get a lot of flack for that.
I think
they get a lot of people not happy with that. Anyways, this is a big disappointing part, because I love my tiny figures and he's missing it. And he had such a cool gimmick where that gray part on the aircraft carrier comes up and then he's like ready to fly off. That was so cool. And I know Fans Hobbies has that, so I guess I'm just gonna wait for Fans Hobbies. So let's move on.
Bye, Tsunami.
No, I could just get the purple one, Fans Hobby, and it could still be Tsunami. It's upgraded Tsunami.
Okay.
Here we got Kotobu. I always mispronounce this, so I'm not even gonna try. This is the Skywarp from that company that makes anime girls out of everything, and this is probably my favorite one, but that's just because black and purple are my favorite colors.
I could definitely see you in this, James.
Wear it right now.
This looks great. This is probably my favorite one out of the bunch as well. They all looked good, but this one, this nails it, and I love it.
Skywarp has always popped, I think, not just for me, not just for you, but for a lot of people. And this color scheme kind of shows off why.
Yeah. Skywarp was my favorite Seeker of the original 3, and I don't know. Blue and red are my favorite colors, but black and purple just look really good, and it says to me evil, and it just, I remember Skywarp in the cartoon. I just thought he was really cool, even though he didn't get much airtime in terms of, it was always about Starscream. But this one would be my favorite, or this is my favorite of the 3, and this would be the one I would pick up if I did pick up statues.
Yep, me too. But let's keep it going with these guys. This is YOLO Parks mini figures. So there's a whole bunch of figures, pictures out that you could find. They're pretty posable. They look fine for what they are. As we say now, not my cup of energon, but they look cool.
I think they're very cute. I think the Soundwave looks amazing. The Bumblebee looks amazing. The Megatron and Prime look good. To me, the Starscream looks the worst out of all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would pick them up if I collected these. But yeah, it's just amazing where YOLO Park has come from, a company I never heard of, to everything they have out. I know I've said that before, but
I think you need to get this Prime to go with your Prime shelf.
Yeah.
And I think you should also get this Prime to go with your Prime shelf. This is KFC Toys Genrai. And I think the sculpt work is great. I think it looks cool. Not for me.
Honestly, I'm just mad the way they released this. I'm mad at the price points on it. So I'm out unless something changes. I'm out. I didn't pick up the first release. The
cardboard chest. I think they should have came out with this first, and then did the trailer, and then did God Bomber.
Yeah, so I'm just out, and by the time if I did decide to get it, it was probably the late taxes already kicked in, so I'm good. All
right, well, we'll look forward to seeing that in your collection when they come out with the gift set.
That's what I was gonna say. They'll probably come out with a gift set to piss me off.
So we've got MPH Studios Roller, and I don't know what to call this other guy. I don't think he has a name.
Yeah.
So, have you looked at these pictures, Bobby?
I have. And
okay, well, let's talk about the bot modes first. How do you like these?
I like the bot modes. I think Roller looks really cool. The other thing in Prime's trailer, it looks cool as well. I love the arms. The what the hands are. I think it looks really good. I can't wait to see these in color. But I think I like them.
Yeah, so I think Roller is really cool. I think they changed it because of the not MPH, the Mod Fans one. Mm-hmm. So it looks completely different now, and the blue thing looks great too. I like that they have completely different builds. And here is their alt modes. Again, they still look great, and I love how, again, I'm going to call it the blue thing, can still turn into that the RoboCop looking mech.
Yep. I like that as well, and I don't know why Roller is popping up. Is that like him, opening up the hood or something?
Maybe he's working on him.
That threw me off, but okay. Honestly, these guys are the reason that I picked up the MPH Prime, so I'm glad that they still look good and we're seeing more of them. So I will be getting these.
Yeah, I think they look great too. I won't be picking them up, but I think they look good. Next, we've got Planet X's PXC05 Proteus, and these pictures are via Mang Motion. And I have nothing new to say. I think it looks cool. I just don't like the alt mode, which we'll get talking to in a bit. But what do you think of this bot mode?
The bot mode looks amazing. I love the chest. I think we've said that before. The face looks like Bulkhead with a mask on. I don't like that square mouth jaw thing, but everything else looks really good. I love the colors. I love the heft to it. And again, that gold around the waist and going down the chest looks really, really good.
Yeah, I really also like the arm detailing that looks like armor panels or something. I think that looks really neat too.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where it kind of falls apart for me. I think it looks great besides the head.
Honestly, the head, it looks like it's a kind of dopey head look to me, but
Yeah.
it's along the same line as their Grimlock to me. So I think it's in line. I didn't like the head on the Grimlock either. So this is
so
similar to me.
For me, the Grimlock's head looks more realistic and more mean. Well, this one just looks like he's gonna, be in a Disney fairy tale or something.
Well, don't brontosauruses eat? Aren't they like
They're herbivores?
Herbivores and eat. Yeah. So, I mean, he's gonna be kind of nice.
Okay, well, why don't you get him and let him be nice in your collection?
I'm good. I do wish the spikes on his back, which I get now because of the chest, but I think it would look a little bit more aggressive if they were bigger. Those look like some baby spikes on the the back now.
I see what you're saying. Definitely. All right, last thing, we have Rising Force Stunticons. So these are those Legend Stunticons in combine mode, and I think it looks fine.
I'm glad I didn't pick this up. They were supposed to be MP size. They came back and said it was going to be Legends. I'm glad I didn't pick this up. I don't like the feet. And
the feet are weird.
They're really weird on this. I do like how it has what I'm assuming is the car on the chest from the G1 toy, which is really cool. I love, it looks. I mean, I like how it looks like it could be very poseable in the knees and things, but I don't like the big, like when you bend the knees, there's that big gap there.
Yeah.
So kind of loses it a little bit for me. I would probably want the hoods of the cars to stay intact instead of, the front pulled up, so it would cover that gap in the bend of the knees.
I see what you're saying. As like kneecaps or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do that or not, but that's what I would probably do if I had them in this position, just because it would cover that up.
I see what you're saying. So we'll have to see what this looks like as it goes more into production, but it doesn't look horrible from what I see. And for the price, I think they're pretty cheap. So
it is, from what I remember.
Yeah. All right. Only one thing that's incoming. This was released in China already, and that's MP58 Hoist. Take it away, Bobby.
I'm not really excited about getting it. I didn't put a pre-order in. I have the Fans Toys and the X Transbots version, and I'm happy with them. So I don't see enough in this to make me want to grab it. It doesn't look bad. It just doesn't do enough to wow me. And Hoist isn't one of my, he's kind of like Trailbreaker to me. It was a character. I have representations. I'm kind of good.
Yeah, I don't particularly like this. I hate the noodle legs. I know it's cartoon accurate, but I don't like them. But I do like how the truck mode has that little towing thing that flips off the back. I think that's a neat little detail. And I do think the alt mode looks nice. But was Hoist always missing, like, the windows?
I literally just saw that. That's what
because I checked all the different pictures and they're all missing that.
On this or on
this figure?
Okay, yeah, okay.
And I was like very confused because I didn't think he was missing that. So
yeah, I just saw that, and that's what I mean. I don't recall him missing that. I'll look at my other figures, and I don't think they're missing that. I would have definitely noticed that. This looks wrong.
Yeah, so maybe this figure in particular is messed up, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I
about
think the rest of the
T-top
alt mode
truck,
does look pretty nice.
a T-top tow truck. I don't know.
All right, let's get on to what's recently released. First thing is this Make Toys Contact Shot is back up for sale on a few places, but I think you should watch out because I think it's the KO.
It supposedly it was made in the same factory, but it is.
It's not by Make Toys.
I will let you know because I have one coming.
Don't you already have Contact Shot?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think you should make a video on that because that'll be interesting to compare the two.
Yeah, this is my favorite. This is my favorite Target Master, and so I'll have one in alt mode and one in bot mode.
I think you're gonna want this one in alt mode because from what I've heard, the paint isn't as good. But let us know when you pick it up. The next thing that is in stock at several places is the Shattered Glass Naval Commander. I think this does look really good. I love the weathering on the purple and the black and stuff. They did a great job with that. It's not just the normal weathering. I'm just not paying $250 for it. Sorry. I know you did though, and it's probably like on its way to you.
Yeah, so again, Armada wasn't my favorite toys line from Transformers, but I don't have a lot of the Shattered Glass versions, so I did.
There are no Shattered Glass versions. They just made.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm saying I don't have a lot of Shattered Glass versions of Optimus Prime.
Gotcha.
In general,
that makes more sense.
In general, I think I only have one. Now that I think about it, maybe two in my collection of MP size. So that's why I'm picking this up. But I don't necessarily like the Armada mold of Optimus Prime or Naval Commander or whatever you want to call it. So I'm getting it. The price point really hurts.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at. I honestly, if this was like $200, $190, I would, and it's limited, so I would probably pick it up then. But at $250, that's a little too much for me.
Stop rubbing it in.
Yeah, it's so expensive. I can't even understand why anybody would pick it up. I just can't do it. You know, that $250 could be like 3 different figures. So,
you know, stupid. Anybody who picks this up is stupid. Stupid.
It's just about to say picture of the figure. No, I can understand why people want this. I love the green. I really think it's a well-made repaint. That price point just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe we'll find one open at TFCon for $150. It's not going to happen.
It's not. And you get a minicon, I think, with this. So.
Yeah, and the minicon actually looks really cool.
Yeah.
It's all gold. I think it looks really, really nice. So I don't think we've seen the bot mode yet. So you'll have to show me a picture when you get it.
Oh yeah, I actually saw one today. So
that must be where the extra, $60 or what is it? $150 from this one to Hasbro come from. Is that it's just the minicon.
The minicon.
All right, well, that's everything we have for you today. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Go ahead and share this video with everybody. Like Bobby says, share it with your grandma, even if she doesn't know how to use YouTube. Go ahead and hit that little bell so you can be notified when we do a random review like Machine Wave, which will be coming out sometime soon. And comment below what you think those leaks are. I really don't know. And I want to know your input. And lastly, go ahead and like this video. I think I covered everything. Did I forget something?
I think you did as well.
I think I did.
Yeah, and to our members, don't forget to nominate any figures you want us to review. Polls will be coming up soon, so all of our subscribers can actually vote as well on what figures we'll review from our December hauls.
Yeah, and look forward to that soon. And we will see you guys very, very soon.
As always, till all debates are won. See you guys next time.